Cool. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Good Talk, Bad Talk podcast. I'm Alex. Last name... No, I've said my name on YouTube before. Yeah, I'm
I have
Alex
no
DiFilippo. This is...
Fazli.
Just
Hi.
Fazli. And we are starting a new podcast. It should be a really fun time. Basically, how it's going to work is we're each going to bring in 2 topics per podcast.
Mm-hmm.
One good one to talk about and one bad one to talk about. Thus, Good Talk, Bad Talk. So that we can debate and, just have a good chat. I wanted to kick this podcast off by running through a list of things that we don't have.
Okay.
I'll start.
All right.
A sponsor.
Friends.
Talent.
I don't know. Money?
We don't have money. We don't have money. Real microphones.
Love. We are unloved. Okay, you need to rub it in.
That was really low.
Okay.
Really low.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dickhead.
Yeah, that was
All right.
really mean. What else? Wait, what else? We don't have a working computer. We had to bring an entire desktop down because a laptop broke right before we started.
We don't have good self-confidence.
Oh, I don't want to be wearing my glasses.
Do we have to redo it?
No, I'm not gonna physically.
Why don't you want to wear your glasses?
Because
Are you going to be able to read this?
ugly. Yeah, I can read it.
Okay.
I can see. Okay. Cool. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
This
man.
is very exciting.
The
We've
ones are yours, by the way.
Yes, and
Okay.
we've been talking about doing this for how long?
Last month? 2 months
Last
ago?
month, 2 months ago. Yeah, we've been planning this for a while. Unfortunately, I haven't been here.
Yeah.
So it's been tough.
You should just drop out of college.
Yeah, I should really just drop out.
Focus on the podcast. Do it full time.
No. I make no money from this. I didn't know this, but YouTube actually, it used to be you could just put ads on your videos no matter what. And I used to do that all the time, and my videos would get like 0.000004 cents.
Yeah, yeah.
But now they don't let you put ads on your videos unless you have 1,000 subscribers and you get 4,000 hours of watch time a week.
That's probably...
That's something that I am never going to reach. That's something that's never going to happen.
Hey, this podcast might kick... it might kick off because,
not
I
gonna
am
kick
very beautiful. Of course, the camera does love me.
I hate this so much. Okay, so let's just kick it off. I'm going to
get
start.
started.
Yeah, I brought my first good topic. First topic ever on the podcast.
First one. It's not a good one.
I like this topic.
Mine's better.
Okay, well, mine is TV shows that make you feel like absolute garbage when you watch them. And now let me explain. Let me elaborate for a little bit.
Go ahead.
So I don't know how many of you watch TV shows like this, but they are TV shows that make you feel extremely depressed or really bad after
Like Black
watching.
Mirror.
Black Mirror is a very good example because after every Black Mirror episode, I wonder... I'm like, oh man, is this gonna fucking happen? This sucks.
It will.
And it's always like, usually, sometimes they have good endings, but a lot of times
Like
they have
Hang the DJ.
Hang the DJ was my favorite episode. Watch it. It's I saw you shake your head at the camera. It's the best episode. Don't even disagree with me. No, it is. But a lot of times they have really sad or depressing endings.
Like 15 Million Merits.
Like 15 Million Merits. Or Nosedive has a really sad ending.
Crocodile.
Crocodile is a really shitty ending.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, they have really sad, shitty endings that you're like, oh god, that fucking sucks. But the main show that I wanted to talk about for this is my favorite show of all time, BoJack Horseman.
Not that great of a show.
No, Fazli loves the show.
I don't know about love.
No, you really like this show.
I have another example of a show that makes you feel like shit.
Well, I want to talk about BoJack.
Well,
first.
okay, I just want to say it.
Yeah, put
Game
it
of
in
Thrones. Like the Red Wedding?
Yeah. Oh,
The Red
God,
Wedding?
I'm still upset about the Red
Yeah.
Wedding. By the way, just a disclaimer, we are going to talk about Game of Thrones a lot this episode. So just like, I don't know, be ready for
If
that,
you're
I
not
guess.
caught up, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
So,
it's a big spoiler
Yeah.
alert, especially because later you'll see why. You'll see.
Pretty
Anyway.
much any show we mention, just think that there's probably going to be spoilers.
Yeah, so when BoJack died, No, BoJack is a very sad show, and its goal is basically to make you depressed.
Yeah.
It seems at least like that. Is its goal.
It's barely a comedy show.
It's
mostly...
It's very funny.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
The way I see it is that it's a really sad, dramatic show that has comedy elements to it.
Yes, which is my favorite type of TV show.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Mhm.
But it is very, very depressing, and I've especially season 3 and this past season 5.
Mhm.
I left those seasons like, wow, I feel horrible.
Yeah. Especially season. Was that the one?
Season 3 was the one
where he was about to kill himself,
yeah,
right?
and all of his friends left him. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And then season 5, all of his friends left him again.
Yeah,
because
especially
he got
when
addicted to drugs, and he tried to choke someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I kind of was shipping those two people, BoJack and I forget her name. Gina. I was shipping them a little bit,
Yeah.
but once I saw that happen, I was like, oh no,
Yeah,
BoJack!
it really sucks. He screws up every relationship he ever has, which is really sad because he also had the relationship with the owl, who I know you don't like that much.
I didn't really care
Wanda.
for her.
I liked Wanda, and I thought that at least she was having a positive effect on his life, and then he ruined it.
She was a good person, but
Yeah.
I don't know. She was just boring to me as a
Yeah,
character.
okay, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a sip.
Go ahead.
That's gonna be fucking terrible. That's gonna be awful. Anyway, yeah. So these TV shows really, I don't know why it's so appealing when a TV show makes you feel like the absolute worst you've ever felt.
I think it's because we're so used to watching.
Happy endings.
Yeah, exactly.
I think happy endings are really, especially in sitcoms, are really just a thing that happen so often.
Mm-hmm.
So much to the fact that when we see a really sad ending, we're like, what? Even though that's usually how life works out.
Yeah.
Maybe not as sad as these shows go.
Uh-huh.
I mean, This Is Us is another one that gets really sad, but that is...
Bad show. I've never seen it.
It's a great show. It's a wonderful show. But it is also... not really it gets sad, but it doesn't stay sad.
Mm-hmm.
It has really fulfilling endings, which is like, all right, I can roll with
I
that.
think also another reason why depressing shows are so good, or a lot of people like them, is that it's more relatable.
It's so much
especially
more
for people who are
relatable.
super depressed. That's gonna be like, hey, that's exactly how my life is.
Yeah. Well, I really relate to mostly in BoJack, Princess Carolyn. a lot.
Or Mr. Peanut Butter,
Or Mr.
because
Peanut
you're
Butter.
super annoying.
What the fuck? No, I relate to Princess Carolyn a lot. Whoa. Did I just have a stroke?
I really was Carolyn.
Anyway, I relate to her a lot because she has also had a really rough going of things where she's genuinely trying to be a good person,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything shitty just happens to her.
Yeah.
But also, she kind of is I can't. Oh, this is such a bad day to start the podcast. I can't fucking speak. No, she is self-destructive sometimes. She always chooses work over personal life.
Mm-hmm.
She could have had Ralph back.
Oh,
she
that makes
could-
me sad.
Yeah, she could have had Ralph back. Ralph was perfect for her, but it just didn't happen. Which I respect her, but in the same way, I was like, that's dumb. You should have taken him back.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, she definitely should have.
Like, she should have swallowed her pride, just like, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
she has too much pride.
Yeah.
She has way too much pride. But, yeah, back to what we were talking about before, I think the happy ending is something that is nice once in a while, but happens too often. Like, even shows that I love.
like The Office is almost
like,
always
The
happy
Office
endings.
always has a happy ending. Parks and Rec, even further, always has a happy ending. Because the first, 3 seasons of The Office don't really have happy endings, because if you haven't seen this yet, there's no way this is a spoiler. Like, if you haven't seen The Office yet, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, let's not alienate.
I don't want to alienate.
Yeah.
I don't want to alienate. But when Jim and Pam aren't together,
Mm-hmm.
yes, it is very depressing a lot of
Yeah.
episodes.
You feel unfulfilled a
Parks
lot.
and Rec,
'cause-
that never happens.
Yeah,
Parks and
that's
Rec is
true.
consistently fulfilling.
Well, there, like, you
Yeah,
know,
there's
the
points.
the storyline, especially where where Leslie is, what do you call? She's trying to make it work between her her campaign and having Ben as a boyfriend.
Oh, that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really sucked. That was really the only time when that show got sad.
Especially
they had to
during the
break up.
little UN thing that they did.
Yeah,
The
when-
model
They
UN. Yeah.
fought.
Yeah.
She was like, what did she say?
I will
She
wave
was-
your decapitated head in front of your weeping mother.
And then he just
Everyone's like, what?
It's so
And
funny.
Ben's like,
That's so good. Yeah, but there are a lot of TV shows that go for the unhappy ending, and I genuinely think it sometimes can be more fulfilling in a way because it makes you. It's first of all, it's a great way to get viewers to come back and watch more.
mm-hmm.
It's a great way to get
Because you
want
want to see it get resolved.
Yeah, you want to see it get resolved, which sometimes never
Sometimes it
happens.
doesn't, yeah.
Which sometimes never happens.
Like Black Mirror.
because
it
it's
doesn't
only,
get
it's-
yeah,
yeah, it's
exactly.
one per episode.
Mhm.
So yeah, Hang the DJ gets resolved really nicely. I think it's tied in a neat little bow, which
That
is
was
why
a cute ending.
It's a very cute ending.
I didn't expect it, but it was.
Yeah,
really
I expected it to go horribly. I was like, oh, this is gonna be
You just
so
gotta
bad.
prepare yourself when you're watching Black Mirror. 'cause
Yeah, you
know
really
it's gonna
do.
go bad.
You really have to put your defenses all the way up when you're watching that
Uh-huh.
show. And Jesus Christ, the computer almost turned off. If it stopped the recordings, I don't even know what I would do.
Me either.
Okay, let's go back to it.
We were talking about Black Mirror, Hang the DJ.
Yeah, Hang the DJ. But my favorite episode is one that doesn't get fulfilled.
Which
Nosedive.
one? Oh,
Spoiler alert, she ends up in prison, and then
that one got fulfilled.
Kind of. It's a bittersweet ending. Because, listen, she's in prison, right? And her life is terrible, but she did get
she
to
feels
release...
liberated. Yeah.
She did get to release all that tension that came with having to live perfect all the time. Like when her and that guy were like, fuck you. I love that scene. That scene made me cry.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes you cry?
Because the thing that episode does so well is it really makes you feel trapped with her. It's insanely frustrating to watch all those those fake people. So when you finally see it at the end, you also feel liberated. Do you know who that episode was written by?
I know this.
Yeah.
Is it Rashida Jones?
Yeah, it was written by Rashida Jones, who plays Anne in Parks and Rec, and she co-wrote it with Mike Schur, who created Parks and Rec.
They both wrote Nosedive?
Yeah.
Mike Schur wrote Nosedive. Are you sure?
I think so. I think he co-wrote it with Rashida Jones.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. You can look it up.
I only thought he did comedy, but if he did that, that's pretty good.
That one is kind of a comedy a lot of times.
You can look it up if you want.
Yeah, I'll go on IMDb, the better app. That's the later episode. That's the later episode.
Yeah.
But, yeah, hold on. You talk.
I don't know what to say.
I wasn't fucking prepared for this.
I'm supposed to talk on this thing?
Yeah. Rashida Jones and Michael Schur.
All right.
Yeah. They wrote it together. And I think it came out amazing. I think Bryce Dallas Howard does a great job of portraying how terrible this world is.
I liked her better in Jurassic World. No, I'm kidding.
What? You know, I saw Jurassic World 1, and I actually liked it.
We saw it together.
Yeah, we did. And I actually really enjoyed it that first time. I was like, you know what? That wasn't half bad. For a dinosaur action movie, I was like, that wasn't half bad. And then I saw the trailer for the second one, and I was like, come on, Chris Pratt. You're better than this. He needs a new agent.
Yeah.
He really needs a new agent. He's taking the shittiest... Well, Lego Movie was good. I actually really enjoyed that one.
I never watched that one.
It was good. Yeah. I would watch it. But he does take a lot of shitty movies. That is not what we're supposed to be talking about.
It's okay. We can go
We're ventured to Chris Pratt's terrible agent.
Yeah.
He does. He legitimately just has a very bad agent. And I feel bad for him because he deserves better because he's a great actor. He needs to be in more comedies. He's a great comedic actor.
Yeah, that's true, especially in Parks and Rec. Well, that's pretty much all I know him from for comedy. I don't know what else he did.
He used to do a lot of before he was like really famous. He did a lot of comedy.
Like what? Anything I know? Do you mean like stand-up or shows?
No, he did like TV shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing I know either. But I just know he did a lot of comedy because I'm an IMDb hooker. Junkie.
Whore.
IMDb
whore.
I'm IMDb's personal whore. I am.
Everywhere this dude goes, he's gonna bring up that he loves IMDb.
You know, I check. That's so mean.
That's so true.
I checked today. I just discovered you can check the usage of certain apps.
You didn't know that?
I did not know.
I checked it all the time.
I checked it for the first time today, and IMDb is the third highest.
What percent? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
No.
But it's below messages and Twitter. And the third one is IMDb? That doesn't make any sense.
I think mine is Snapchat just because Snapchat is...
I never use Snapchat.
It takes up a lot... Like, when I go on that, my battery just goes down so quickly. I don't know what it is.
I'm on Twitter a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter a lot. I tweet about these shitty movies. These shitty endings on Twitter. And when I say shitty, I don't mean, like, bad. Because
no, they just
good.
Just make you feel shitty. Yeah, no, they're great endings.
And especially, I think BoJack has really mastered the format of ending it too quickly.
Yeah.
Like, they really, like, cut away when you're like, that was so important.
Exactly.
That was so important.
Remember that
There's so many big ones that
one scene, I think Diane was at the airport after she came back from Cordovia.
Yes, she was going to Cordovia, and that guy said, hey
smile more.
And then she just goes... And it just ends. And that's it. That's
I was like,
end of the episode.
Wow.
That's sad. That hurts.
Hit.
It hurts. Because also she had just gotten into a fight with her husband, and instead of resolving the fight...
Were they married at that point?
I
don't remember.
What? Yeah, they were married.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And at that moment, she leaves. Also another big one, BoJack goes to the Ghost Rider convention and begs Diane to tell him that he's a good person.
Oh.
And she can't answer, and then the episode just ends.
Uh-huh.
It's so dark.
Mm-hmm.
Or... There's so many.
How did that season 2 episode... Was it with the finale end? When he was on the boat with that girl. I forget her name. Olivia Wilde's daughter.
Oh no, that's the second to last episode because BoJack is notorious for the second to last episode is always the worst.
I think that's just most shows. Like Game of Thrones is like that. The
yeah,
Red Wedding is
they
season
really
3,
like
episode
pull
9.
it off in the second episode,
Yeah.
which I love that because resolving doesn't always have to be like quick and
Battle of the
tense,
Bastards
yeah.
was season 6, episode 9. It's just more of a climax thing than necessarily
it is a
bad for
climax.
Game of Thrones.
But anyway,
so.
what you're talking about, Escape from LA. BoJack is told to never see this woman who he thought his who
soulmate.
he thought was his soulmate,
Mm-hmm.
and she says like, "I never want to talk to you again. Never see me." And you never see her again in the show.
Mm-hmm.
She never shows back up, and the episode ends with him. The theme song plays, and he like rides back home, and it shows him riding back.
Mm-hmm.
He sees Diane, who's still living in his deck chairs, and he says, "You're still here," and then she just goes, "Yep, still here." Over.
And it ends.
Over.
Yeah.
Over. Which I love how they just take it away from you, and you're like, I needed to see more of that. You're like, I really needed to see more of that scene. They do that a lot in season 5. Like the episode where he chokes out Gina.
Oh.
He immediately goes up those like weird like angelic steps, and he just sees a big balloon of himself staring.
Oh
back
yeah,
at him,
yeah.
And then it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the next episode kind of resolves that plot line, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. That's pretty much all I wanted to say about it. We can move on to your good topic.
My next the
Yeah,
topic.
your good
All right,
topic.
cool. So now my good topic
Yeah.
is good antagonists.
Good antagonists, right? I was actually really excited for this.
Yeah. Alex and I watch a lot of TV shows together
do.
and movies too sometimes.
We trade a lot of TV shows.
Yeah. And my favorite character is almost always the antagonist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, antagonists can be extremely well written, and I think that's why. And I think
Exactly.
you're extremely valid in thinking
Yeah.
that.
I don't like having main characters as favorite characters because that's just like too cliche.
Yeah, it is kind of lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, if your favorite character is a main character, you just shouldn't even be allowed to have a
Those
television.
people are losers.
Yeah, those people
Anyways,
are losers. Every single one of them.
some of the antagonists I have down.
Yeah, who do you have?
Well, I have someone from my favorite anime, Kill la Kill. I have Satsuki Kiryuin. I'm sure none of you know who that is, so I'm not going to talk about her a lot.
But
But
she is great.
we can talk about Tywin Lannister a lot. A lot of Game of Thrones antagonists, pretty much all of them. Not all of them. Like
Almost all of them.
Yeah,
Almost all of
freaking.
them. Tywin Lannister's. Let's just start with him because he's fantastic.
Oh, he's perfect in every way.
He is the worst human being.
First of all, I love his
ever
voice.
created. Yeah, it's deep and dark.
He's
Yeah.
like the only one that can control Joffrey. And like you see Joffrey in like season 1 and 2, you see how shitty of a person he is. And then you think like, wow, he's a mad dog. No one can control him. And then who can control him but Tywin,
Yeah.
you know? And you think, okay,
Tywin controls
this
everyone.
guy is insanely powerful.
That's the scariest thing about him is
Uh-huh.
he controls literally everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yet he's broke as hell. I like when people stand up to Tywin,
Yeah.
like Oberyn.
I love when people
Oberyn.
stand up to
Uh-huh.
Tywin. Oberyn. Poor guy.
Rip Oberyn.
Yeah, rip Oberyn, that guy. He deserved better.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he didn't because he was an idiot and he decided to gloat. And that's what led to
yeah.
his death. But anyway, Tywin's a great villain. His end is also extremely great and just.
Oh yeah,
It's
someone
very
who's
just.
like this worried, or I don't know if I'd say worried, but he's like so obsessed about image and looking powerful and all this
Yeah.
stuff. And his demise
is
happens
his
when,
least favorite son.
when he happens or while he's on the toilet, like
I
it's-
forgot that happened.
yeah, he
I
got
forgot
shot
it was on the toilet.
by 2 crossbow bolts on the toilet. Like that's just a great way to end him.
By his least favorite son.
Exactly.
By his what was
his
it?
least fit. What?
His dwarf son.
Yeah.
What that is what they call him, half man.
The half man.
The half man. Stupid.
Another great antagonist is Peter Baelish.
Peter Baelish is a good one. He's also pulling a lot of strings.
He's great.
I saw this one meme where it was like, you know that Pikachu meme where Pikachu looks like vaguely surprised?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it was like Peter talking to Ned, and Peter was like, "Don't trust me, Ned." And then it was like Ned trusts him, Peter betrays him,
Yeah.
Ned. And he was like,
ah.
like, why are you shocked?
I feel bad for Ned, but that was really
Poor
stupid.
guy. Yeah, Peter Baelish is the worst, and that's why he deserved to fucking die.
People like a lot of people that watch the show don't realize like how much
Yeah.
that all of the show's conflict is caused by him.
Yeah.
Ever since
does
he freaking
everything.
he planted that dagger on that guy to
Yeah.
freaking kill Bran, like wow,
It's
this dude
insane.
started everything.
Yeah.
And
To kill Bran.
Mhm.
Wow, that was so long ago.
Uh-huh.
Wow, a plot that is
that
not
was
even happening
episode
anymore.
2. That's episode 2. Season
Yeah,
1, episode
yeah.
2.
That show hooked me very early.
Did it? I thought you didn't like it in the beginning.
Well, it not hooked me. I recognized from the beginning that it was very good. I was like, of course, this is high quality writing. Love that. And I was like, the first episode was
Not
great.
anymore.
And I got through.
We'll get to that later.
I got through the first season, I believe, and I got through 3 episodes of the second, and I lost motivation, and I stopped watching Game of Thrones for like 6 months, and then I continued and like sped through the rest of it. Like I literally did not stop. Until I finished
we
it.
watched like
We
a whole
watched
season
season
together.
5? Yeah,
Was
season
it
5.
Was it 5? Or... No, it was 5 because I remember we watched
5.
Hard Home together.
Yeah, we freaked out. Well, I freaked out. You knew it was coming. You freaked
Yeah,
out
no.
too because
It
it's just
still
a scary
freaks me-
scene.
That's like a
yeah, it's just scary.
That is like straight out of a
What
horror
about the Night
movie.
King? Good
I was
antagonist.
about to say the
Good
Night King.
antagonist.
Because he's so like no pun intended. He's very cold
Yeah.
and like calculated. His one mission is just to kill all of these living things.
Yeah, literally, he just kills everyone. That is his
Nothing
mission.
can stop him
He
but
wants
like
to sit on the
true
Iron Throne.
brute force
I
or
hope he sits on the Iron Throne.
tactics. Because his whole thing is just brute force. Because like the sheer amount of numbers he has and the dragon, which I have a lot of problems with.
Fuck. That was stupid.
But yeah, he's got this entire ass army. The only way you can beat it, you can't like bribe him. You can't.
need to with what is it, Dragonstone?
Yeah, no, Dragon Glass.
Dragon Glass.
You can't
Same
like
thing.
bargain with him. You can't tell him, "Hey, can you give me like a couple years to figure this shit out over here?" He's coming. He's gonna murder your ass.
Yeah, you can't do anything, and he has no mercy.
Mm-hmm.
And when antagonists have no mercy,
I love that.
I love that.
I love when antagonists
I
are just
absolutely
pure
love it.
evil,
Pure evil.
especially when there's like still a good reason behind it. Because Tywin still had, like,
Yeah, he was searching for power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, he was holding on to his power, which
He
he
was
did a
holding on to
very
his
good
power.
job of. But
He
he
was
didn't
trying
do
his
a good
best.
job of teaching his kids to follow in his footsteps. Are you out already?
I'm out of water.
20 minutes in, we're out already.
I'm out of water.
The thing is about Tywin is that he did not do a great job of teaching his kids to follow in his footsteps. Because as soon as he died, everything fell apart immediately. With the High
absolutely.
Sparrow coming in,
Absolutely.
who's a pretty interesting antagonist.
I don't
think.
like them as an antagonist.
You
I'm gonna
don't?
be honest.
Why?
I think they did a good job
You
of
don't like
like
Jonathan Pryce?
absolutely destroying Cersei and Tommen and like getting rid of all of that. They did a great job, but their end was so quick.
Yeah.
They just, I mean, there's a reason why.
Cersei cheated. All she did was just like throw some wildfire down there, like
Just like Tyrion did. He cheated.
Yeah.
He just threw some wildfire and fucking.
Fuck that
and he
scene!
and he won the Battle of Blackwater.
No, that was a really good battle.
But you're mad because Stannis lost.
Yeah.
Stannis
My
is-
boy Stannis.
Stannis is Fazli's favorite Game of Thrones character.
It's just not just my favorite. He's objectively the best Game of Thrones character.
It's so wrong. in
Okay,
so many
shut
ways.
up. All right. Anyway,
Wait, who's my favorite character?
Varys.
No.
Sir Davos.
Yes, it's Davos.
Dadvos.
I love that guy. All right, he's the greatest, and he's definitely gonna die in season 8, and I'm so mad about it. I'm so mad about it. I know he's gonna die. They're gonna kill him so
jeez.
quickly.
I don't know about so quickly. I think he's gonna have a good death.
Well, he's gonna have a very honorable death, but I think it's gonna happen like early on because nobody cares about him.
No.
I care about him.
I care about him.
But like ranked between the other characters that are left. Obviously, they're not gonna kill Cersei.
he's
right
one of the
away.
characters I care about now because I hate everyone
love
else in
him.
season 7.
What
You
about
know
Jon
my
Snow?
feelings of this. Okay, Jon Snow is great, but we're getting off topic.
I got
We'll
spit
talk
on
about
my-
this
I got
during
spit
season
on my
7.
microphone.
Yeah, that's fine. That's part of the podcast.
I was yelling.
That's okay.
Yeah. So the ruthless antagonists, I think, are great. I love. I know you hate this show,
What show?
The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. The Walking Dead is terrible now, and that's fine.
Are you gonna say Negan?
No, absolutely not. Negan was awful. Villain.
Really?
He was so fucking stupid.
Really?
But there were other villains on that show.
Like don't tell me. Is it the mayor? Whatever the hell his name is, the governor.
The governor.
Yeah.
Was absolutely ruthless.
What was his deal? Tell me about him.
He has a very complicated thing.
Is he like a leader of a group of people, like how Rick is?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Kind of.
Okay.
But he's like anti-Rick basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Or he was. He's dead now.
Did Rick kill him?
Yes, Rick.
Didn't they
Yeah,
didn't
Rick
they
killed
kill
him.
his baby
Rick
or
killed
something, right?
Yes, his child died.
In the show as well?
Yes.
'Cause I know that
I
happened in the
believe his
comics.
wife became a zombie, but don't quote me on that. And I think that's
Damn.
why he had a real this is his main reason for going after this group. He had like a real civilization. Like he blocked off a town square and had like a working civilization.
This is the governor?
Yes.
Okay.
And it started to fall apart slowly,
Mm-hmm.
because he I
Was
don't
he
know,
just,
some
like,
feud
losing
escalated.
power?
I watched
Oh,
this
okay.
so long ago.
Mhm.
Something happened, and it all fell apart, and it was because of Rick's group. So he like hates Rick's group, and he wanted to do anything to get it back. So all these good people that he was working with, he was a good guy, and all these good people that he was working with too, they all turned into these ruthless, like anti.
Was that
good
like
people.
good care? Like
It was
that,
really great.
It was, the development was
yeah,
good?
the governor
Okay.
was the best villain The Walking Dead
What
will
season
ever
was
have.
that?
4, and 4 is my
Just
favorite
4?
season. It was 3 going into 4.
Okay.
3 he has the civilization, 4 he does not.
So he's a good guy in 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
In most, well, I mean, people still hate him in 3 for other reasons.
I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Yeah, but in 4 it's like there's a war going on, which is why it's so good. But anyway,
That's when they have the prison?
Yeah, that's when they have the
Okay.
prison. He kills the most popular character in the show.
I thought Daryl was the most popular character.
He kills the second most popular character
Carl.
in the show.
No.
It's not Carl.
Who is it?
Spoiler alert. This came out several years ago. But if you haven't watched it, I would maybe skip it and watch it because the first 5 seasons are really good. Herschel Green.
Herschel
Was a very peaceful farmer, ruthlessly murdered by the governor.
That's bullshit.
Rick is like, I promise, like, we'll work things out. We can do this with peace. We don't need violence. And he tries to work it out. And he like starts to put his sword down. And then he just goes, he has a sword, yeah.
Okay.
And then he just goes, liar. And he cuts Herschel's head off.
Oh!
Insane.
Hey,
Insane.
Governor, fuck you.
Yeah. Anyway, he's a very good antagonist. He's ruthless. He killed one of the most famous characters. His daughters were watching.
Mm-hmm. Herschel's daughters?
Herschel's daughters were watching that.
Are they still around or are they dead?
I haven't been keeping up.
That's true.
One of them died before I left.
Okay.
The other one was still alive when
Okay.
I left because, oh my god, the show is so bad now.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, who are some other ones that you have on here?
Jan Levinson from
Jan
The Office. A bit of change
Gould.
of pace from
Jan
Game of
Levinson.
Thrones and The Walking Dead to Jan Levinson
She
Gould.
successfully emotionally manipulated Michael Scott for
She's
so
amazing.
long.
First of all, super hot. Second,
Oh my god.
second of all, she's like a master manipulator.
Can I just give props, first of all, to Melora Hardin for single-handedly creating the worst human being.
She did a great job being horrible.
She was insane. She was insane. And of course,
She recorded her and Michael having sex and watched it over with her therapist. What?
Yeah, she reviewed it with her therapist. And Michael wore the schoolgirl.
Oh.
It's so funny, but it's so sad.
She tried to. No, she didn't try. She succeeded in getting Michael to get back together with her by just getting a boob job.
Yes, that's all she did, and that was all she needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
She was literally emotionally manipulated Michael. He broke up with her. She comes back, says things have changed, gets a boob job, and he's like, I want to get back together.
She knows
immediately.
She knows exactly how to play Michael, and that's one of the things I love about her.
And she's even great when she leaves the show and she comes back in season 9 in one of my favorite scenes when Pam goes to visit her and she's like showing her a slideshow of her daughter and she's like, oh, it's so cute how Cece writes her E's backwards. Like,
No, how
or Astrid writes
Astrid.
her like
Her R's.
her R's backwards. Cece does the same thing with her E's, and she goes, "Oh well, Cece's just 4 letters, and Astrid is."
Astrid is,
There are some adults that can't spell Astrid, and then she's
Can you
like,
spell
"Oh,
it?
can you spell it, Pam?" And she's like,
A? X?
X, you got me."
Don't
And then she-
patronize me.
Don't patronize me, Pam. And then she, I'm so sorry. You're better. Like she terrorized everyone on that show,
Exactly, except Clark.
except for Clark.
Lucky Clark.
Gross.
Anyways,
I love that. X.
if
You
we're
got
talking
me.
about Jan, we have to mention the dinner party
Of course,
episode.
it's my favorite episode.
That's
it's
like
my
objectively
person-
one of the best
Oh,
episodes
of course.
The Office.
It's critically acclaimed. It's audience acclaimed. It's amazing.
Because we just see there, like,
Horrible
this
relationship.
very hostile but passive-aggressive
Yeah.
mojo going on between
What I always thought
Michael
was
and Jan
funny-
that's slowly
Yeah.
escalating.
Yeah, what I always thought was funny was that the juxtaposition of their relationship and the fact that her candle name brand is Serenity.
Serenity.
Serenity by Jan. Jan does
fit
not
her at
provide
all.
serenity.
Yeah.
She provides
provides
chaos.
Fear.
Yo, that look that she gives Pam, you know what look I'm talking about? When, like, Michael gives Pam his jacket.
Yes.
And she just looks up and she's like,
Oh, is she like smiling,
yeah.
right?
No, she's like this. She's like,
Yeah. And then she smiles
yeah,
and
then
she's like, okay.
I am so sorry for
Yeah.
the temperature in here. It is terrifying. It chills me to my core.
And her when she freaking, it's kind of like a more mild one. It's when she freaking like she gets mad at Michael for putting his steak in the wine or something like that, which is gross.
Yeah.
But she's like, can you not do that, please? It's disgusting. And he's like, I have soft teeth. How could you say that?
She goes, oops.
Oops.
It's so messed up. Immediately, when I was first watching that episode, when she was like, oops, and he threw his fork down, I was like, oh, something's about to fucking happen.
Oh, yeah. And he brings out the freaking sign,
he takes
right?
out the beer sign. I was like, oh, no. Honey, how about you take that now, and then later we can discuss it. And then he's like, no, I'm going to leave it up. Yeah, she's insane. One of the best. She's one of the best comedic
one of the best antagonists
of all time.
Yeah.
She's great. There's other great antagonists on The Office.
There's
great antagonists on Parks.
Charles Minor. No, I didn't really like him.
Okay.
He's not good.
There's great antagonists on Parks and Rec.
Like
Marsha Langman.
Oh, I hate her so friggin' much.
I'm Marsha Langman, and I'm here to say that sex before marriage is never the way. It's so
Tammy
bad.
1 and 2 are amazing antagonists.
Tammy 2 is, or both of them actually, because Tammy 1's only in one episode, but you remember her.
She's insane.
Because she's terrifying.
She's like the Night King.
She goes, I was there the day you were born. I'm going to be there the day you die.
She's like the Night King.
Horrifying. She is Parks and Rec.
She's the Night Queen.
King. Like when she sees April and then she goes,
stop slouching.
You're not doing your boobs any favors.
Yeah.
It's like,
thank you.
What about when Leslie's like, oh, actually we can't because there's like a budgetary Thunderdome we have to do today.
Yeah.
She goes, what's your name? She's like, Leslie. She goes, I don't think it'll be necessary for you to speak again while I'm here. It's like, and then she's like,
wow.
Oh, okay, she's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But Tammy 2, of course, is the classic.
Tammy 2 is an insane person.
Yeah, but Tammy 1 was supposed to be like above her. Like when she says that when Tammy 2 and Ron got together, Tammy 1 threw acid on her foot.
Yeah.
She threw acid on her foot.
Like Tammy 2's insane, but is so terrified of Tammy 1.
Oh my god, because Tammy 1 is insane.
Insane person.
And they only had her there for one episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a good episode too. And they all do the drink off.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. And we should probably keep going. To the next topic.
Okay, your next topic is...
This one's
Let's
so stupid. So I've been at college for the past year, and I am living in dorms. I hate it, long story short. There are many problems that I have with living in dorms. I think it could be okay if it just wasn't so unfortunate in the circumstances that I'm in. But I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about how terrible it is using common bathrooms.
Okay.
How just genuinely awful it is to see other people like getting ready for bed is just the worst thing.
Why?
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
I like to watch The Valley Folk when I'm going to sleep because it's a big like anxiety reliever, I guess. It makes me feel calm before I go to sleep. It makes me feel nice. So whenever somebody walks in, I pause it because I can't watch with other people in the room. So I pause it and I look to my right, and I was just in a state of like watching this beautiful video with these wonderful people, and I turn to my right, and this guy takes out a tongue scraper and starts literally. Well, I don't even think it was a tongue scraper. I think it was those things that that people use, like makeup artists use to like curl their eyebrows up.
Oh, ew!
And he like put it on his tongue and was like. I was like.
What the fuck?
I was like, whoa, what is going on?
Every time?
What is going on? I've only seen it once.
Have you seen him after that?
Well,
like anywhere
this
else?
kid I especially focus on.
Do you know him?
Not at all.
No?
He lives in a quad by himself.
Okay. That's weird.
That's weird. At the end of the hall.
Uh-huh.
He's the man at the end of the hall. And he always has a knack for running wherever he goes. Anywhere he goes. In the bathroom, I know when he walks in, because the door flings open and hits the wall. And I hear like... and I'm like, oh, he's here.
He's got a little
He's
stick.
Here. Yeah, he's got a
stick. It's like you're on a TV show.
And then he goes to the bathroom as fast as possible. Like, never uses soap.
He never wastes time.
He never uses his soap. He runs his hands underwater, which, by the way, does nothing.
I think that does something.
No, it does nothing.
No, it does something.
No, it's just
I'm not saying it's a good idea, but it does something. you're still like washing shit off your
It
hands.
doesn't count. It does not count.
Like if you got a little fleck of poo, like you're washing it right off.
But the germs are still there.
Yeah, the germs are not mostly. They're still there, but
Stupid. Anyway,
less.
he never washes his
There's
hands.
less.
He never uses soap. He always just runs his hands into the water, doesn't dry them, and just gets the hell
He doesn't
out.
dry them?
No, we only have hand dryers there, so it takes a little bit of time to dry your hands.
Oh, he doesn't have time for that.
Yes. So he goes to the doorknob, he flings it open again, and he's gone. And I don't see him in the bathroom
Is
for like
he
another
like a
2
hard
weeks.
worker? Like, do you know anything?
I
like-
know nothing about this kid.
I would.
I heard his
imagine-
name one time at a floor meeting, and he was like, yeah, my name's blah blah blah. Don't even remember it. And he was like, I live in the quad by myself. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, also, I know you. You're the kid who runs everywhere. I was like, I know you. Yeah, like you're running kid.
He definitely works super hard to get where he is.
I don't know.
Like in anything, he's just
don't know
he
about
seems like
that.
a very intense
He
person.
seems like someone who just doesn't like being in the bathroom.
No, he's definitely very intense. He probably works super hard, like in class and stuff. You gotta respect him.
I respect the hustle, but
Yeah.
there's other things that go on in the bathroom. I think another thing, wearing sandals in the shower sucks. It's awful.
Yeah, you got.
I hate doing it.
Though.
Yeah, I have successfully avoided the fung.
Does
but-
anyone? Are there like outbreaks?
Of foot fungus?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of them.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. When you think about it, really think about it, people definitely masturbate in that shower.
Yeah.
100%.
Which is not good for the pipes.
Not good for the pipes. They tell you not to.
That because it's not good for the pipes. They
Yes.
want to replace them.
They tell you not
or
to.
clean them out or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
they
they tell
do.
you not to. And, but if you go in there barefoot, you're stepping in cum. Basically, you're stepping in cum. And some people piss in the shower.
Who doesn't? You don't?
I don't piss in the shower.
What?
Are you kidding?
Okay, well,
That's just gonna get all over
probably
the
not.
floor.
Probably not in a public.
Yeah, in a public shower, I'd say, in a private shower, I can see someone doing that. I still don't, but I can see someone doing that. In a public restroom, it's other people's business.
That's pretty gross.
It's other
actually.
people's business. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Anyway, also, the shower situation at my school. I don't want to really give away what school I go to. Just,
fine.
I guess, in case this blows up. It's not going to, but just in
yes.
case. So there are 3 showers in the bathroom. The one on the right has impeccable water pressure.
Do you always
Sometimes,
choose that one?
yes.
Okay.
Sometimes it hurts, but I like that. It
You
has
like the pain?
Yeah, I love the pain. It has great temperature control, right? And it has really great. Oh, that's the only 2 things it has. That's the only. That's the only thing the shower
You always
can't
just
have.
want to say there's like 3 good things about
And
it.
then the shower. That's the shower all the way on the right, and then the shower all the way on the left has.
Does it get progressively worse as it goes on?
Hold on.
Okay.
The shower all the way to the left has okay pressure, decent, and temperature control.
Okay.
There's a. It's one of those showers where you get to a point like it's cold, and then you get to a point and then it's like,
It's like
hot,
burning
hot, hot.
hot?
It's not
Yeah.
burning hot,
Okay.
but it's hot, hot, hot. What I want to talk about is the dreaded middle shower, which no one ever uses. Because, let me tell you, the pressure can't even get my hair wet.
Ugh.
Is incapable of getting my hair wet. Literally can't even do it. I used it once. I was like, wow, I am not
Is
even
it just like dripping? It's not even like shooting
No,
out?
it hurt. My hair is thick, right?
Yeah.
I have a thick head of hair. And it's like, you could technically call it a shower because it's not just dripping out, but it's so low, it makes me want to vomit everywhere.
Have you ever used it before?
I've used it once. I've used it
And you
once.
learned never to use it
And I
again.
learned never to use it again. I switched showers in the middle.
Do you know anyone who actually prefers
No,
that shower?
nobody
No?
uses it.
No one?
Yeah, nobody uses it. Only the other 2 showers are full. But anyway, there's another thing about the shower where it's cold for about 2 bars. Like there's, you measure temperature by bars on showers. So it's cold for about 2 bars, and then it gets scalding. Like I literally had to step away for fear of burning my skin, and I was like, wow. I can't stand under the shower for more than 2 seconds, but I need to stand under it for more than 2 seconds to get my hair wet. I was like, wow, this is terrible.
What a horrible dilemma.
I shampoo my hair up, and the 2 showers next to me are full. So I shampoo my hair up, and I'm trying to wash it out. I'm doing like 2-second increments, tilting my hair back into the shower, and I'm like, this is not gonna work. I'm like, this is not gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna be in the shower for 3 hours, and then somebody gets out. I hear the other person get out. I hear them leave the bathroom. I was like,
You switched.
All right, I ran to the other shower. I was like, I can't do this. I couldn't make it through. It's absolutely awful. People have requested that be fixed countless times.
And no one's done it.
And nobody has done anything.
Wouldn't it be great if people cared about their students?
Yes, wouldn't it be great if America's education system was actually working?
Well, I don't know if bad showers equates
It's a private
to...
school.
Yeah.
It's a private school.
Oh,
Can
it
you
is?
pour me some water?
I'd
like to steal some of yours.
Out of...
I'd really like to steal
Oh
some
my
of yours.
God.
Just like a sip. That's enough.
Well, I have like 2 sips, so... Hello?
You gotta.
Oh, no. I'm not a disgusting person. Nor am I a bad person.
Yeah, but also.
Well,
okay.
that's not true, but...
So.
Does have any weird
Who's
stories?
You mean
Your roommate?
unnamed roommate, John?
Oh, am I supposed to say?
John
I thought you were
Fitzpatrick?
gonna name him.
I was gonna name him a different name.
You didn't tell me that. All right, this is gonna be cut out, so don't worry about it.
It's gonna be edited out. I'm just gonna bleep it.
Yeah, you can just bleep
I'll
it.
just bleep it.
Okay. So does
What is
he
this,
have
around
any?
40 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. Does he have any weird shower quirks or anything like that?
I don't follow him into the shower.
The few times he uses the shower.
This is so unfortunate for me.
Yeah.
It's really a bad situation, and this episode isn't about him, so I don't want to go too far into it because
that's-
another episode will be. We're actually the next episode we record today.
Is that gonna be?
Yes.
He's in that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't know he has any weird shower quirks. I don't follow him into the shower.
You should.
Yeah, I should try that one time.
You should record him, post it on YouTube.
SingularAlex. I followed my roommate into the shower.
There's a lot of time left. I might need to use that time for my last topic.
Yeah,
You
I
wanna
feel like
switch?
we're nearing the end of mine
Yeah.
anyway. It was a good discussion
was.
about running kid
Yeah.
and tongue
Running
scraper.
kid and yeah.
Tongue scraper.
Mascara is no.
And
just
shower number 2.
Eyelash tongue scraper.
Yeah, that was insane.
Do you know if it was like used?
I got a text. Oh, it's from my old boss.
Oh.
Because we used to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine together. So she just
Oh.
goes, Lin-Manuel Miranda was on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And I was like, he
yeah.
was.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But now we're moving to
Yeah. Okay, so this is
objectively the best topic.
Okay, so this is the topic that Fazli decided he was going to do as soon as we decided to start a podcast. What is this topic, Fazli?
This topic. This is
in the bad
My
category.
bad
Yeah.
topic is Game of Thrones season 7, which
No.
is the worst thing I've seen my entire life.
I would like you to lay out your points because
Okay.
I have a number of counterpoints that I would.
I would like to first say that I like to exaggerate a lot, and
Yes.
I would like to add this little
This.
preamble to before I
This.
begin my argument, which is that Game of Thrones is one of my favorite shows.
Oh,
No,
You're
this is
staring
just
at
coming
your
from the
phone.
heart.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well I can turn this off because we're done with that. So, Game of Thrones is one of my favorite shows.
He just cares a lot.
And yeah, I'm very passionate about it because I've seen how good the show can
Hair in
be.
my mouth.
Seasons 1 through 4 and 6. Sorry, 5, but that wasn't a good
It
season.
wasn't great. It was
Um,
okay. The last 5 episodes are like amazing.
I think it was last 3 episodes, maybe not 5.
5
3
is-
episodes is Hard Home, 9, 10. I forget what 9 and 10 are. But
9 is the
I don't know, man. What? What is that? Well, season 10 is when Jon Snow dies.
Yes.
So, of course, that's going to be
season
good.
10.
That's season 10? Episode 10 of season 5.
Well, I wish we got that.
Anyways, I'm very passionate about the show, which is why I'm passionate about how much I hate season 7, because I know how good this show can be, so it really disappoints me when I see something as bad as whatever the shit that season 7 was.
It wasn't that bad.
It definitely was.
Yes. It 100% was not.
Okay, so first I'll talk about one of the problems I've had with not just season 7, but most of the show. Are you okay?
Oh my god, there's something in my eye.
Are
Oh
you
my god,
okay?
I'm crying.
Do we need to take a 5-minute break?
Alright, I cried it out.
Okay. But yeah, one of the problems I've had with the...
Sorry, it hurts.
Do you want me to continue or wait?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. One of the problems I've had with this show, not just with season 7, but for most of the show, is the failure of the character that is Daenerys Targaryen. I absolutely despise her, and
Why?
she sucks. Okay, well,
Why?
I do not think she's well written. I do not think Emilia Clarke is as great of an actress as a lot of people say she is.
Are you kidding
I don't
me?
think she's a bad actress.
She's
I don't
great.
think she's a great actress.
She's great.
No, she's not.
She is so good at
Where are my dragons?
That line's pretty damn bad.
Yeah.
That line is pretty damn
That's a
bad.
combination of bad writing and bad acting.
Where
Double whammy!
Where are my dragons?
Oh my god, that Karth storyline, like, oh, I'm about to sleep.
What was the Karth storyline?
Remember
that's
with-
season 2, right?
Yeah, season 2.
because season 2 fucking
Remember
sucks.
the freaking, what's that? The grave, I don't know what the fuck the area
Graveyard
outside
Girl?
No, I'm not talking, who is that? I don't know who that
Makeup
is.
artist.
But I'm talking about, whatever, it doesn't matter. That Karth storyline was super boring and super stupid. So,
I don't
Anyways.
remember loving that storyline too much.
anyways, that's not what my
Where
point is.
are
My
my
point is that
dragons?
Daenerys is a bad character, and you really see it in season 7. Because, what? She's not that bad? She is, and I'll tell you why.
I have a counterpoint, but go ahead.
Okay, so let's talk about frickin' where her power comes from, which is
Blood.
just her dragons.
Blood.
That's it. Her power is just from her dragons.
Yeah,
if she
her
didn't have her
family name.
dragons, no one would give a shit about her.
Yeah, I think
And
that's true.
She's super freaking irresponsible when it comes to her dragons. Like going to save some dude that she met like a couple days ago.
But they had sex.
In the north? No,
No,
had
they
sex
hadn't
after.
yet.
Yeah.
No auntie nephew sex yet. People love it.
People are insane.
People love it.
People freaking liked or hated Jaime and Cersei, but now they see Jon Snow and Daenerys, who they only like them together because they think they're great characters,
It's
which
a very Disney ending.
only one of them is a good
it's
character.
a very Disney thing to do to put those two together.
Yeah.
I don't love that.
I
Yeah.
don't think it was a good decision at all.
I think that was to please the fans.
Oh, you mean like this entire season?
Well, there were good parts.
Like, no.
There were.
Okay, there's like a couple.
The
good
opening
parts.
4 episodes are really good.
No.
Yes.
Not at all.
The opening episode is great where they're all debating.
Who? What?
All those council people.
Do you mean the North? The Northern
Yeah,
Lords?
they're all debating.
No.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
Not really.
And then after that you have
No, he didn't even get invited yet to Dragonstone, so no one's debating anything yet in that one. That one is
No.
just planting that scene that I think you're talking about. In episode 1 is just them planting the seeds of what a thorn in the side that Sansa is to Jon. And I hate Sansa too.
I love Sansa.
I hate her.
Well-
I didn't hate her in the earlier seasons. I did.
I
dislike
hated her in the earlier seasons.
I definitely did dislike her, but I saw what they could have done with her story, so I thought, okay, she's definitely
cool
like
now.
naive and dumb, but
dumb.
she's getting smart.
I think her storyline with Joffrey really advanced her character a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah. But anyway, I think the first 4 episodes are very strong. The episode after that is
After episode 1 or 4?
after episode 1 is
Stormborn? No. Stormborn.
Stormborn. And it's that great battle on the sea with the Greyjoys.
Um,
It's a great battle scene.
that was an interesting battle because
Great.
all the battle scenes we see are like
Well
there's
done.
never a
Well
naval
done.
battle.
Yeah.
That's
and
like the
there was
first
like
one
a
that-
storm going on. It was
Yeah.
crazy cool.
It was pretty good. The lead up to it, I know if you've heard like a lot of the other complaints about season 7 is that like does time even exist in this universe?
Yeah, that's a big
everyone can
problem.
just teleport
Everyone
now.
teleports.
I don't really care about that too much
Yeah, I don't
because
really
I'm
care
willing to take
either.
that liberty, but there's so many other liberties that they took that I cannot forgive. One thing I did love about that battle is that the sand snakes are fucking gone. I hate
Oh yeah,
them.
they died during that battle.
Not during.
Not
well,
during,
some
they
of
got
them died.
captured. They got captured.
2 of them got captured.
Yeah,
It was
and their
Ilaria
end
and her stupid
was
daughter.
very sad and like very like
Their end
that's
was not
torture.
sad.
It
I
was
was happy-
torture. It was
That was a
it
bad
made
scene,
me
though.
sick to
It was
my
a bad
stomach.
scene, though.
What?
Cersei got really bad dialogue there.
I don't remember what you said.
I remember there was this one line that I remember. She was talking to Ilaria and saying shit like she was. Because,
Sand
Ilaria
Snakes are
had
dumb.
killed Myrcella, which is Cersei's daughter, and
For
she's
some
obviously not happy about that.
Yeah.
Well, no, because they hate the Lannisters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of Oberyn. We must
Exactly.
avenge Oberyn.
Yeah.
That's like their only line.
But, anyways, one line that they wrote for Cersei that I just really hated, it was just, she just asked, why did you do that? When talking about why did, what the fuck's her name? Ilaria. Why did Ilaria kill Myrcella?
Myrcella,
She
yeah.
said, why did you do that? Like, We've seen Cersei be way more freaking.
She doesn't care about why. She just wants justice.
No, she says, you know what she says? She says, why did you do that? And then, obviously Laria can't talk because she's gagged. And then she says, doesn't matter now. Which is the most cliche thing in the universe.
That's pretty cliche.
The most cliche thing in the universe. Oh my god. I love Cersei as a character. As I said, I love good antagonists, and she's one of them. But, season 7 sucks.
No, well, okay, I wanted to continue.
Okay.
Episode 3 is a fantastic episode.
What was that? That was when they met? When Jon and Daenerys met? Was that episode 3?
It's called
I definitely don't remember episode names.
The Queen's...
Let's IMDb it.
Oh, yeah, we have IMDb, the best I've ever invented.
Let's see episode 3 first, and then we'll talk about that.
I believe it's called The Queen... It's
called The Queen?
The Queen's Justice.
Queen's Justice. This
is where
Jon and Daenerys finally meet. Oh, okay.
That is a great scene.
I don't know about great.
We're talking about the scene where, what is her name? She used to be my favorite character.
What's her name? And she's your favorite character. Okay, wrong.
No, she was great.
What is her name, though?
She was
shit.
Olenna Tyrell.
Olenna.
Meets with...
Jaime.
That was disgusting.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, meets with Jaime and reveals that she was the one who poisoned Joffrey.
Yeah.
Which is great shit.
Olenna's a great character.
And she had a badass ending.
It was a pretty good ending.
She took a shot of poison.
Uh-huh.
She heard Pitbull screaming in the distance to take a shot. No, it's LMFAO.
Yeah.
That's not Pitbull. Pitbull was the one about
she downed
Fireball.
that poison. That was pretty good.
She was boss.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really great. And it's a twist, too, because you didn't think they were marching to her castle.
Mm-hmm.
And she died.
Yeah, that was just, revealed. Hey, there's Highgarden.
I know the problem you have with this episode.
Oh,
and it's when Jon and Daenerys meet.
When Jon and Daenerys meet, that's probably one of the worst scenes I've seen in Game of Thrones.
It's not that bad.
It's so bad.
It's not great. I don't think it should be as huge as a plot point as they're making it. Literally, the description on IMDb, the summary, one of the because it describes all the plots going on.
Yeah.
One of the plots is just Jon and Daenerys meet.
Finally meet.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a big... I mean, it's an important thing, yes. It shouldn't be... But I think they're, putting Jon and Daenerys up on a pedestal. So, when it's Jon and Daenerys are meeting, our two best-written characters are meeting is kind of how it was set up. No, I don't think that.
Okay.
But that's how they, set it up.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's how they set it up.
It's hey, here's your two favorite characters finally meeting up. Don't you love this? Give us good ratings.
Yeah, and they got great ratings.
Which they did not deserve at all.
And the episode after that is fantastic. It spoils the form.
No, it's not!
It's such a good episode.
This is one of the worst.
And I will debate this episode with you because it's fantastic.
Okay, but first, I got to say my piece about the Jon and Daenerys meeting. Okay. There's lots of problems with this. 1, dialogue's bad. 2, Daenerys frickin' being so hostile towards Jon, saying, hey, remember thousands of years ago, I don't know if it's thousands, but many years ago when our ancestors made a pact to stay together? You need to honor that. First of all, your father is frickin' Aerys the Mad King.
Yeah, and Jon Snow technically isn't.
And Jon's frickin' uncle and...
Well, she doesn't know that he's a Targaryen.
No. Okay, not Jon's uncle, technically. But, no, it is his uncle, because Lyanna's brother.
Yeah.
Lyanna's brother, I forget his name. But he was killed by the Mad King, and there was one other guy. He wasn't a character in the show. I'm not talking about Ned. I'm talking about frickin'...
Ned.
I don't know the freaking name of Ned Stark's brother, but
shit! What was his name?
We never met him, so I have no idea.
I know, but I remember them talking about it.
Was it Brandon?
Brandon.
Might have been
Brandon.
Brandon.
It was Brandon.
Anyways, I'm just gonna call him Brandon. Brandon was killed by Aerys, and another one of Jon's Stark family members was also killed by the Mad King. So how, in any way, should he be expected to uphold this truce?
Yeah, he's first of all
pact.
Yeah, he's a bastard. He's technically not even part of the family.
No, he's...
And if she values blood that much...
Then she should frickin'
She should let him make his own decision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because Aerys broke that pact before Jon did, or anyone in the North.
But I'd say this season, I enjoyed this season more than season 5.
False.
I did. I think Hardhome is overall a better episode than any of the episodes in season 7. But I did enjoy season 7 more.
Because I'll tell you why. It's because this was just meant to be like something enjoyable, not necessarily something good. And there can be a very big difference between them.
I think it was meant to be good. I don't think it was meant to be a masterpiece like the other seasons were.
No. Well, I mean, I'm sure they meant it to be good, but it didn't work. They did not give that off at all.
Well, this episode's amazing.
The Spoils of War,
It's
I hate
such
that
a
battle.
good episode.
No.
It's great. It's a great battle.
There's no, it is not.
What's a massacre?
There is no consequences at all. Because the Lannister...
Yeah, there is.
No?
Yeah, the Lannister army takes a huge...
Okay, but it barely affects them. Like,
That's
there's no other mention of the Lannister army being like, oh, we're weak, we can't do anything. We already know they're weak because of Daenerys' dragon, so this just basically freaking drives it home, I guess, which did not need to happen.
But it also, it enforces the fact that Daenerys' dragons are killable.
Yeah, but,
And that they can destroy the army in one fell swoop.
That's like probably the only thing that we can say is that it just shows.
This looks
that the
like a
dragons are
drawing
vulnerable.
from like a fucking history book.
Yeah, it does.
It's
but
amazing.
who cares about that? Anyways, there's no consequences for any of the characters involved. Why would Daenerys go and fight herself? Like, that's really stupid.
She's not fighting herself.
Yeah, well, she's on Drogon. She's fighting, technically.
You mean she went into the battle.
Yeah,
yeah,
which
that was
is super
pretty dumb of her.
irresponsible.
She is a very irresponsible person, but I don't think that makes her badly written. I think it makes her a well-written bad character.
I'm not saying that makes her badly written. I'm just saying that makes me hate her because she's
You
stupid.
don't like Daenerys and how she's written.
Yeah,
I think she's well.
badly written, but I don't think this is an example of that.
I think she's written well because
no.
she is a ruler in her teens.
Yeah.
She is going to make terrible decisions.
Yeah.
And I think that the fact that she does make such horrible decisions like this rash thing or like whatever, like the shit show that was Marine.
Marine!
The shit show that was Marine. That was going on in Season 5 as part of Season 5 was so horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But the shit show that was Marine, I think decisions like those make her still like, yeah, she's just not a good leader. She's just not good.
She definitely doesn't deserve to be on the Iron Throne. If this show ends with her on the Iron Throne,
I'll be mad. I vote Night King for the Iron Throne.
Word.
Vote Night King for the
or
Iron Throne.
Stannis Baratheon.
I think that would be the best ending. I think it would piss so many people off.
I'd be okay
Stannis
with it.
is dead.
I know. Please don't remind me of that.
Put Catelyn Stark. Bring her back to life like they did in the books.
I'd be okay if... Yeah, right?
I love her. She
anyways,
was my first favorite character, then Olenna Tyrell, and now it's Davos.
This episode, Spoils of War, does not deserve a 9.8 on IMDb. That's one reason why IMDb is janked!
It's higher than any episode in Season 4.
Okay, which is the dumbest shit I've seen my entire life. Fuck this stupid-ass app. Fuck this stupid-ass fan base for Game of Thrones.
Here's what I'll give you. I've been planning to give this to you from the beginning.
Okay.
What is bad about Season 7...
All of it.
...is... episodes 5 and 6.
What happens in 5 again? Eastwatch.
Eastwatch is not a good episode.
6 is when they go beyond the...
I hate that episode.
That's such a stupid episode.
It's so dumb. Why did she go all the way up there?
Another thing about it is just John's party that he brought along with him. Is literally the show is saying, hey, here's all these cool characters in one place. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, it's all fan servicey and shit. Like, hey. What?
First of all, the whole reason for them going up there was so weak. Clearly they thought of this episode before they thought of the plot tie to it.
Yeah.
Because they were like, we need to go get a White Walker.
Beyond the wall.
We got to get a White Walker to prove to Cersei.
Well, they got a White.
Sorry. We got to get a White to prove to Cersei that they're back.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb. Very dumb, very stupid.
Cersei's the most stubborn person in the world.
She's not gonna care, and she didn't. She didn't care.
She pretended she was moved, and then immediately she told Jaime, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck him up."
Yeah, it was so dumb. They were like, "Yeah, we need to prove to Cersei." I was like, "Guys, did you forget that she fucking hates you?
Yeah.
Like, she absolutely can't stand you guys."
Also, the dialogue between between like a lot of the characters, because a lot of the episode Beyond the Wall was just them freaking talking to each other. Like all the characters, like, hey, here's the Hound talking to what the hell's his name? Robert Baratheon's bastard son, Gendry.
Gendry, yeah.
Yeah. fuck?
I forgot Gendry was even there.
Gendry was there, yeah. Freaking, they killed off Thoros, which made me sad, but whatever.
Yeah.
The whole point of the episode was just to make it be like I said, freaking,
Look at all
it's
these
just
cool
them.
people.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, look at Jon and Beric Dondarrion talking. Wow.
Well, here's also a big thing about this episode.
They've both been resurrected, and that's something that connects them.
I
don't care.
That was a little insensitive.
What? How's that insensitive?
Towards people who have been resurrected.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
This is one of the biggest episodes where people are like, hey, Daenerys fucking teleported.
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest
She did teleport.
She
Gendry.
teleported.
Gendry ran a fucking marathon, bro. Can I see this dude race against Usain Bolt? Because I know he's going to win.
Because he fucking just sprinted there.
Dude, he freaking ran like
Daenerys
hell.
got there so fast. Like, insanely fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Too fast. It's like there was
And
fucking...
she brought a dragon.
I mean, like I said, I don't really care about that nearly as much. But it was clear that they really just didn't give a fuck about how this was just going to go over. They just thought...
You know what would be a cool episode?
Taking them beyond the wall.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they thought.
That's only happened like once before. We could definitely milk like 2 or 3 more episodes out of it.
Why would the King in the North go and do it himself? Like, he should realize, okay, I need to send people who I trust to do this.
He's one of the most important people in the story right now. He's putting himself in
Exactly.
danger. And guess what? Her too. And she also went.
Uh-huh. These people are idiots. They don't think. These writers don't fucking think.
Well, Davos is... He's the same.
What do you mean?
He is not unchanged. He still has great dialogue every episode.
I can't speak to that. I don't remember a lot of Davos's lines.
And
I liked him talking about the fermented crab that will freaking make you hard as hell.
I love Davos.
Let's see. Freaking, we gotta talk about episode 7, the dragon and the
Oh,
wolf.
I like that episode.
Oh, incest! Hell yeah.
Yeah, there was an incest in this episode.
Incest.
That's a whoopsie.
Yeah. And everyone's like, whoa, I want them to be together because they're my 2 favorite characters.
They
Even
are-
though they're main characters, I'm boring as hell.
Daenerys is his aunt.
Oh my god.
Is his aunt.
I mean, that's pretty hot. I'm kidding. Bye, podcast over.
I'm going to the bathroom.
But anyways, what happened this episode? I don't fucking remember. Oh, this is the longest description in the universe.
Yeah, that's really
Oh, okay. Theon's
just kinda
storyline
summarize.
is okay in this season. It's not horrible. Let's talk about Sansa and Arya.
That fight was dumb.
That was so
That
forced.
That fight between them was pretty dumb.
That was so forced. That was so forced.
That was a pretty dumb fight.
First of all, that's not how Arya is to people.
Yeah.
We've seen her.
Be very honorable and loyal.
She's
one of the most loyal characters in the show.
I don't know about. I wouldn't say she's loyal as much as she can be like sarcastic, especially
Sarcastic. When she killed Isn't that in this episode?
What? Yeah, no, she did kill Peter Baelish in this episode. Yes.
Not Peter Baelish.
Who are you talking about?
Oh my god.
The Night King. Yes, she did kill the Night King in this episode.
She did do that.
Are you talking about Walter Frey?
Yes.
That's episode 1 of season 7.
Oh, okay.
That's the first
See,
scene.
that's part of what makes
That's
it
the
good.
first scene. No.
The first episode.
I didn't really like that. I saw that immediately.
liked
I was
it.
like, okay, that's Arya.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But anyways,
Where
was I? Oh, yeah.
He's on her
Arya,
list.
and this is not to talk shit about Maisie Williams at all, because she's a very good actress, as
she's
we've seen
very
her do.
talented.
Especially, my favorite scenes with her were her with Tywin Lannister at Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Those were amazing.
You know what she's really good in though?
What?
Cyberbully.
She's in Cyberbully?
She was in
The new one.
She was in a remake of
Yeah.
Cyberbully.
I prefer the Emily Osment version.
because the Emily Osment version was just not good enough. They needed to do it again because they didn't tell the whole story. I can't get the cap open.
But anyways,
Not a good movie.
We've seen like Arya have good writing and act it out very well in those Tywin
Yeah, she's
scenes.
very
Like,
good.
and she's got this like, she's a little kid, but she knows how to like talk shit a little bit.
Well, she's not a little kid anymore.
Like one time she said to Tywin, like, "Do you know many Masons, my lord?" or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Careful now," because she's saying like, "Oh, you're so high up there. I bet you don't even understand like what I go through or shit like that."
Yeah.
And like she's smart enough to get that at such a young age. And then all
Yeah.
of a sudden, the way she handles conflict when she gets back to Westeros is just her being like creepy and shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Another problem I had with
Her
Arya.
being creepy.
Another problem I
Her
had because
being
she's creepy.
creepy,
Because
yeah.
you know what
She
she
just like stalks she stalks Sansa.
and Sansa's looking through her bag, and she's like, "Those are my faces." What? Those are my faces? What are you on about? Okay. Another problem I had with Arya's storyline was the.
You killed me. Those are my faces.
And she's like, let's play the game of faces. You want to play the game of faces?
She is so creepy in season
She's
7.
a fucking creep and is nothing like how she ever was.
I mean, it's not your job to tell the writers how to write her.
Okay, but I can critique them, and they did a horrible job with her.
Yeah.
Another thing they did a horrible job with was Ed Sheeran's creepy ass fucking in the show.
That was so dumb.
Dude, that dude, he doesn't make facial expressions. He's just looking at her like this the entire time. It's like,
No,
she's like, I
I'm
haven't heard that
ugly.
song. He's like, it's a new one.
this is bad.
It's a new one.
Stop, I'm ugly laughing. He was so bad. He was just like a random guard, right?
Yeah, he was just a random Lannister
and
soldier.
she kills him.
No, she didn't kill them.
He gets killed.
No,
Yeah.
she didn't kill them.
Yeah, he gets killed.
What are you on about? She did not kill them. The whole point of that scene was just to humanize the Lannister soldiers, because we see the Lannisters as like, you know, very bloodthirsty, like malicious people.
What a better way to humanize the Lannister
But
soldiers than to make one of them Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, to make one of them an expressionless sociopath. Ed Sheeran's not a sociopath. But
It's a new one.
yeah. His singing's very good.
His
But,
singing's very good.
like,
You know, in the 100.
can we get actual actors?
You know, in the 100.
You know?
In the 100, Shawn Mendes shows up for one scene.
Who's Sean? No, I know Shawn Mendes.
Yeah, and you know what he does in that scene?
Does he sing?
He gets beaten to a pulp. He starts singing a song, and someone's like, "Stop fucking singing that song!" And then he keeps going. They tackle him off the piano and beat him to a pulp. And that is his only scene ever.
That's hilarious.
It's so funny.
But
the whole time I was like, "That's Shawn Mendes." The same thing with Game of Thrones. I was like, "That's Ed Sheeran."
that's Ed Sheeran.
Because he's not a
What
convincing
show am I
actor.
watching? I don't know.
I'm watching MTV Music Awards.
As much as I'm shitting on Ed Sheeran, that was a pretty good scene. I think they could have done way better, but it was still pretty good for
It
what
was
it was.
funny.
Because
It's
it
a
wasn't
new
just
one.
funny, but like it was cute because we got to see his Lannister
It's
soldiers.
a new one.
Like that one guy. Like the other soldiers did a good job acting. That's exactly what his eyes are bulging open. Anyways, that one
He's
soldier.
trying too hard. Yeah.
That one soldier who's talking about how his wife is pregnant or something like that. and about
Yeah,
to give
like they
birth.
have lives. Yeah, they have lives.
And he's saying like, I hope it's a girl. Like that's cute.
Oh,
okay?
I remember that line.
Yeah.
That line stuck with me.
I hope it's a girl. That's cute.
That stuck with me.
Yeah, they did a good job there. Those actors did, and the writing was
Did you hear that?
random noises, man. But that was like one of the better examples
Yeah.
of the writing in that show.
Definitely.
Anyways, let's talk about we gotta finish up
We
here,
gotta
but
close it
this is
up.
my last point. The death of Peter Baelish.
Done so well.
Bro, what?
I,
Wrong!
I enjoyed it.
Not at all.
I like the twist.
Okay. No, I love twists as much as anybody. Kill la Kill has a lot of them, and they're amazing.
They're pretty good
But
twists. in
this
Kill
is
la
not about Kill la Kill.
Kill. This isn't about it. This will never be about Kill la Kill.
Yeah, well, watch episode 5, bitch. And not
Episode 5.
anyways, I liked the twist. It was like, how do you answer these charges, Lord Baelish?
Good.
Yeah.
Good twist.
Lord Baelish was the most confused man in Westeros. He's like, what?
It was so funny. He was very confused. I know what you don't like about the scene. He cried.
He wasn't. Well, he did. He did
cried.
tear up, I think. But
He cried
that's.
because of Sansa. He was in love
Yeah,
with Sansa.
that's right.
He cried.
But that's not like him at all.
And he begged on his knees.
That's not like him at all, because he is a very conniving little shit.
Yeah, and he couldn't think of anything.
No, I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
he couldn't think of anything.
He's the one who taught Sansa fight every battle everywhere in your mind.
Yeah, and
He had to have thought of this. He knows how shitty people can be, how people can
he
betray
didn't even have
him.
to think about the situation. He's quick on his feet. He could
Exactly. He's also quick on his
He
feet.
has 30 million connections.
He should have been able to figure his way out of it. He should have said, you know what, I request a trial by combat. I choose the Night King. You know? Or that's kind of a stretch. But he
didn't
chooses.
request a trial by combat at all.
He should have.
Yeah, he definitely should have.
He's so stupid.
Didn't he just say he was
he's not
guilty?
stupid. The writers are stupid.
No, that's not true. But didn't he say he was guilty? She said, "How do you answer these charges, Peter or
Lord Baelish.
Baelish?"
And then I don't remember him saying he's good. I think I just remember him getting on his knees immediately, which, no.
Yeah, he cried.
No.
He cried.
Not good. Can we try again?
Can we try again?
Can we, instead of making
Please try
season
again.
8, instead of releasing
wanna try
season
again.
8, let's retry season 7.
Let's just
yeah?
try again. That's so funny.
Try
Let's
again.
just do it over again. Let's just try again.
I'm
think
serious.
they can fix it in season 8. Well, there's not that much to fix.
I'm keeping my hopes down as far as possible.
Well, that's a good idea.
Because
So you don't get disappointed. But I enjoy keeping my hopes up so that I get as disappointed as possible.
And as much as I just shit on this season, I really hope season 8 is good.
Yeah,
and I'm
me too.
also really sad the show's coming to an end.
Yeah, it's a great show.
I just hope that they make it good.
Yeah. There's a possibility because TV show finales are either they're hit or miss. Always, they're either really great or really terrible.
Mhm.
And I've seen a lot of TV show finales that I fucking hated.
Yeah.
Not Lost. Lost was fantastic. Lost was fantastic.
That's for another episode.
I'll debate anyone who says it's
That's
a bad
for
finale.
another episode.
Anyway, Parks and Rec is beautiful. Offices is beautiful.
Parks and Rec is all right.
Parks and Rec is amazing. What's a bad one? I've heard
Probably BoJack.
not finished yet. I've heard Dexter's is really bad.
I've heard that.
I've
yeah.
heard Bloodline's really bad.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a show on Netflix that ran
Is
for
it the
2
Netflix
seasons.
original?
Yeah, and apparently the ending was horrifying. Anyway, this episode's not about that. You know what this episode was about? Starting our podcast. We did
Yeah.
it. We made it all
we
the way
did
through.
episode
We talked for
1.
an hour and 10 minutes straight.
Approximately.
I think my mouth is as dry as the Sahara.
You gotta get more water.
I gotta get more water. But thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
We don't expect this to get a huge audience.
I expect this to get 0 views. Or 2 by me and him.
2, yeah. I will put this on while I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
Just kidding, we're yelling. You know, I saw this one really quick before we end. I saw this one. I was watching Dynamic Banter, which is one of my favorite podcasts, and they were talking about how
You just had to dab on them.
they were talking
I'm
about how
sorry.
they always yell and make really loud sound effect noises, like they squeak a horn, and then one of the guys goes, "I love when people email us and are like, Dynamic Banter is my favorite podcast to fall asleep to. I just love drifting off to sleep." And they were like screaming right before. But anyway, yeah, we're very glad that you decided to watch this podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. We had a really fun time starting this, making it. We're really excited to keep making more of these. We're going to record another one directly after this.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have 2 more, so hopefully I can roll these out every other week.
Yeah.
Until I come back and we can make a ton.
Yeah.
But it's going to be very exciting. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I hope you guys watch more of them.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you very much for watching, and we will...
Smash that like button!
Don't smash that like button. Just lightly touch that like button. That's all you need to do.
That's okay.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
And we will see you in the next one. Bye,
Goodbye.
everyone. Have a good time.